Welcome to the PSR YouTube channel. Hey, I love YouTube. YouTube's awesome. It's awesome. You should become a YouTube creator. Totally. This video will get monetized. Yes.
Whoa, yeah. We're having lots of family fun now. Whoa, yeah. None of these are real guns now. Whoa, yeah. Also got a Patreon, the link is in description. Got some merch too, yeah, you know you wanna get some.
Thank you for being patient. I think we've stroked the algorithm enough for today. The video starts in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of PSR. Today we got something very nice. This is the PSA AK-102. Of course, being a 102 is in 5.56, so it's 5.56 AK. For the Soviets, they do not like this because it's NATO round, you know, we don't like this. But you know what, in this economy, what do you expect? 5.45 costs way too much. So PSA say, you want a 102? I said, yeah, send me one, I want to try. So this right here is my first SBR, actually, believe it or not. So we got a stock on here, 12.5-inch barrel. PSA did send me this, so little disclaimer, transformed it. As you can see, it is looking pretty drippy, in my opinion. This is the Sure Shot Armament Group Mark III chassis, and if you've seen my crank video that I did, it's similar to that, where it's got the railed dust cover here, which is meant for like magnifiers and stuff, and then we've got the chassis right here, and this kind of extends back here, so you do maintain zero on this optic, because it's part of this whole front piece. The space gray, it looks insane. And then we have here the Sure Shot AK-19 stock. So this is an SBR. I did have to pay the $200 tax stamp. So this is the PSA enhanced version. So when I got it, it had like the Zenico style rail on the front. I have some footage, I'll show of that, shooting it. I have wanted to actually put this through like not just a few hundred shots, but like go more than 1,000 shots on it and then give my verdict. So we're here at the range, we're gonna kind of complete that process, but now with the updated look. I kept the Magpul grip on here that came with it from PSA, and it has this ALG trigger in it that also came from PSA. So this is like the riced out version of the AK-102. And if you're not familiar with the AK-102, a lot of info out there on it. AK-100 series that is chambered in the NATO round 5.56. So the 102 is the shorter 5.56, and then the 104 is the 7.62 one that's shorter. And then the 105 is the 5.45 one that's a little bit shorter. We have an AB suppressors A10 on here. It's not a flow-through can, so I think it might have a little bit more back pressure. This thing is awesome because it's nice and small and light. I think it does pretty well with the sound, so we're gonna test that out too. But we also brought the Putnik for a little testing as well. So we're gonna do a little comparison. The Putnik, of course, is a 30 cal can. It's meant for AKs. I mean, I've shot this gun a lot. I haven't cleaned it at all. We're running on almost 1,000 rounds now, so we're gonna definitely go over 1,000 rounds. We've probably got about 300 rounds now today. So before we get into shooting it, I gotta thank the channel sponsor for PSR, and that is Aves Engineering. Guys, you know I'm a squirting enthusiast. Actually, there is something squirted on here. This is the script, Fake Zenitco. Squirted Fake Zenitco. So if you were into squirting like me, then you're gonna definitely love Aves Engineering, because they make all the slidey bits that you need for your squirted glizzies. But they're also making great Mac 11 parts as well. So if you're into Mac stuff, definitely never check out Aves Engineering. So thank you again to Aves for sponsoring this channel. All right, we must shoot from Slav squat position. It's mandatory. We got a little bit drop of rain right now, but it's kind of adds to the Soviet kind of vibes. All right, let's see here. We got the AK-12, that kind of AK-12 style mag from AC Unity here. We'll see how it runs. Oh yeah, dude, that's so sweet. Oh my God, it's so soft. Holy shit. Dude, the ALG just chef's kiss on this thing, man. This can is a little bit gassier than the Putnik because it's not flow through, and we're probably yeeting the brass. We're gonna have to check the distance on that because I think we're getting world record brass distance on this thing. Oh man, this thing's dialed. Should we give her piss? Ah, dick, give her piss, bud. It seems like whatever can you put on these 100 series 5.56 guns, it just feels like you're sleeping on a soft pillow. It's so light and chill, and like, there's no concussive forces. But you look at her. Oh, jeez. Quick story time, guys. In 1995, American pilot Scott O'Grady was flying on a mission in his F-16 during the Bosnian War, when, unfortunately, his aircraft was destroyed by an SA-6 missile. He survived by successfully ejecting from the aircraft, but upon landing, he was forced to spend nearly a week evading local military forces before he could be rescued by U.S. Marines. Scott O'Grady's remarkable story inspired the 2001 film Behind Enemy Lines. In that film, the main character, played by Owen Wilson, is hunted by an infamous villain, and his name is Sasha Ivanich. Sasha's signature look in the film is defined by his jacket, which is a 1984 Sarajevo Olympics jacket. Now, Sasha's character in the film inspired many villains to come, but also Niko Bellic from GTA 4 was heavily based around this character. Have you ever wanted to match Sasha's drip? Well, I've got the perfect jacket for you, and it's made by today's video sponsor, Commando Store. Commando Store doesn't just sell surplus. While they have a ton of that, they also make a bunch of their own gear. This includes chest rigs, jackets, Gorkas, masks, and more, including this sick heat rig inspired by the film Heat. And of course, also the Sasha jacket, which I'm showcasing right now. This is a super comfy jacket. It is an excellent reproduction of what's in the film. This is an extremely comfortable two-piece jacket setup where we've got a nice fleece underneath, and we've got this track jacket on top. This garment is also made in Serbia, which is very fitting. I think they're the ones that know how to do it right. So if you're like me and wanted this Sasha LARP, or you just want to get some cool Commando Store gear, definitely check them out, and thanks again to Commando Store for sponsoring this video. I didn't really talk a whole lot about the stock, but this stock is from Sure Shot, and it's got an adjustable situation. These stocks were super hard to find, super hard to come by. They're available now, because before you had to get like the Russian made ones, and those were like insanely expensive. I do have a cutie point here. I thought I would just take a sec to talk about the optics. So this is the 1P87 from Novus Precision, guys. So Novus Precision makes really cool, really accurate clone optics of like Russian optics. So it's got the Cyrillic markings everywhere. This is the one with the newer reticle, which I think is like kind of more based on the original. So it's got like 4 markings, 1 dot on the top, 1 dot on the bottom, and then 2 in the middle. And I guess kind of like the middle spot is your point of aim, kind of flush with those horizontal lines. But it's a cool optic. It's got the drip factor, and they also make a magnifier as well, which I don't have on here right now, but this is by this company called AK Thumb Grips. A lot of people put these bigger charging handles, so it's easier to, you know, rack the bolt on the AK, and I definitely understand why you'd want to use one of those, but I've never had one be able to stay on. They always get yeeted off, and then you have to find them. So this is a cool solution. It's like a harder kind of rubbery material. You kind of like thermal fit it using like just like a heat gun or a hairdryer or whatever, forms to your charging handle, and you can just slap the crap out of it, not have to worry about getting all scuffed up or anything. It's just super easy to charge, and I really like it. It stays on. We haven't had any malfunctions with this gun so far. Woo! It's so light in the recoil. And that's it. So far, I'm really impressed with the AB can, honestly. I think it would be fun to try it with just the brake from PSA on there and just see if we can get like some pretty quick split times with this. All right, guys, here we are back with the 102, and we got this super aggressive brake on here. Normally, I'm not a giant fan of these kind of brakes, but it does kind of look nice with the gray on here. It kind of fits it. It's a lot lighter now without the can. It just feels a little bit more balanced because this is kind of right in the middle, this optic. And I say we give her and see how fast we can get some split times here. Wow. That thing doesn't move at all. 1.07 seconds. If I could get like a 0.1 flat split time, That would be crazy. Let's see if we can do that. Oh! All right, we got a little malfunction. Now, I will say, I was noticing that when I installed the Sure Shot, I think it just needs to get worn in a little bit. Same exact time, 1.07. I did 4 there, but I think I got faster. All 1.4s. 0.15, 1.5, 1.3, 1.3. All right, it seems like I can't break the 1.3 barrier. Ah, whoa, interesting. We got a, this is the PSA mag, we got a little feeding situation here. Huh. They're not really getting yeeted like they are with the can on it. Okay, we're out. Seems like the fastest I could do is like a 1.3 on the splits, but still a lot of fun for sure. Here we are with our 2 cans that I've used on this thing. This is the Resilient Suppressors Sputnik, based on a Zenitco design, but they've enhanced the design. So it's got these ports on the side, so it's more of a flow-through situation, whereas this is more of a traditional suppressor. Of course, it's ribbed for your pleasure. It's easy, I can put my whole hand around it. This is so girthy. Any hub mount will adapt to it. This is just the direct thread mount that came with it. You get a Putnik, this is what comes with it. It's meant to fit on these kinds of AKs. Since this is hub from AB, you can just use this on here. So Resilient adapter works with the AB, and of course it works with the Putnik as well. I think we would do a couple shots on the Putnik, see how it feels, and then do a couple shots on the AB and see how that feels. All right, we'll try this out here. Okay, so there's about 4 o'clock. Kind of just going right over your head, Phil. Okay, got the A10 from AB Suppressors, and we're going to do the slap. It definitely feels like it's a lighter crack, but let's try a couple more. Yeah, I think that's definitely quieter. It makes sense. It's dedicated 5.56. Let's see where the casings are going. Oh my God, they're getting launched into the stratosphere. Look at this, guys. The bolt's cycling harder and faster, so it's yeeting that casing. So let's see how far it goes. There, it just landed. Yay! Yeah, so I'm getting some gas in my face too, for sure. You know, it's just like anything. There's advantages and disadvantages depending on what you're gonna use it for. Like this can, definitely quieter, more gas, and it's more gas in your face. So definitely more pleasurable in terms of the ears. I tried it without Ear Pro. It's not horrible. It's just mainly the port pop from the ejection port that's the loud part. The Putnik, not getting as much gas in your face. The casings aren't getting yeeted nearly as hard on the Putnik. So let's dump the rest of this thing. And there we are. I just did Red October in Vegas shooting competition, and definitely could use some practice on the AK reloads. So we're gonna do tactical reloads. This is the FB Radom mag. That's no problem. It's so quiet that it didn't catch it. I thought that was gonna happen. Oh, 601, so I caught it that time. Oh, come on. 5.4, definitely a little bit better. All right, 1R1, this will be the true test. Oh, come on now. Oh, didn't catch it, but that was about 6.5, 7-ish. That's the consequences of having a quiet can. The shot timer doesn't pick it up. .8. Oh, that was like 5.5. It didn't catch it because the can is too quiet. When in doubt, just bump fire out. Hear it? Look at that. Oh, like a campfire. we have shot at least probably around 300 rounds through this thing today. So we're definitely over 1,000 rounds on the PSA 102. No real issues with it. After I installed the Sure Shot, what happened was this charging handle, because we were shooting it so much and it's getting so hot, it got a little melted. And so what happened was it just moved a little bit closer to the bolt. And so it got snagged right here on this dust cover. All you need to do is just take like a little knife and cut this part out, and that would be fine. No issues with the 102 from PSA. Some people have mixed results. It's either you love PSA or you hate them. I personally have had no issues with any of their products. I really like them. And we ran this thing hard today. Like, it is hot. It's still scalding hot. It's gonna burn me even with these ECC gloves on. You know, I've covered the Sure Shot chassis before. This is a pretty sweet SBR. I think with a can on it, obviously it ends up being around 16-inch kind of barrel length with the can. And the stock, it's just peak drip here, you guys. And we got the Amory Designs mag extension here, and we got our little squirted grip, which got a little bit loose. The hardware walked out a little bit, not a big deal. I don't think I Loctited that, so that's my bad. But you could call me a shill, call me what you want, but if I had problems with this thing, I would have told you guys. This thing's been running flawless. And we just ran 223 through it today. I'm sure 556. It might, you know, eject slightly differently, but with this can on it, the casings are getting sent into the stratosphere. And it was cool to see the difference between the Putnik and the AB A10. If you're looking for a lightweight, inexpensive can, I think these are like around 500 bucks-ish, maybe even a little bit under you can find them at. Shorter, kind of like K-style can that's really quiet. If you want that, this is a great option, I think. If you like the, you know, the rib design, then it's definitely for you. Initially, they were engineering turbochargers. That's how they got into suppressors, actually, is because they came from the automotive industry. AB made turbochargers, and then they decided, oh, well, we could apply this technology to suppressors. You know, boys and their toys, right? Am I right? Suppressors and turbos, oh, dick. Would I buy one of these? I think I would, honestly. It's been great, and especially with the Sure Shot. PSA is offering Sure Shot chassis with their like 300 blackout crank and stuff, so that's pretty cool that they're teaming up together. And I think it's now time for me to do a paint my rifle version of this, because now that I SBR'd it, the ultimate love you can show your gun is to paint your gun. You should expect a paint your rifle with print Ross on this gun very soon. But until then, I'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Just do a double tap, double tap. Oh, it's getting hot. All right. You want to get with the other camera too now? Cool.